Welcome to a new episode on my Arduino MegaADK. Originally intended to connect to Android, but my Android is too old, so that experiment has ended for some time. Then right now it is connected to a breadboard with electronics and connected to fischertechnik mechatronics right here, and a fischertechnik holder with a flashlight right here, and that flashlight is a replacement of a lens lamp that I used but barely got a glim because the voltage level was too weak. 9 volts versus 5 volts. Then what did I do last time? Well, actually finding out why this LED wasn't working. It is now because I changed the value. So what more is there to do? Well, a lot actually. First of all, this transistor circuit is not yet working as it should. Wiring still has to go somewhere here, the blue wire. Then also in schematics, here should be a motor. Well, I already put it there, but it's not yet connected. So I hope that will be soon. And then back to another item that hasn't been connected for some time, the NTC, negative temperature coefficient. And that was connected right here, which now has been connected to the pot meter. So there are some more inputs left, so I can connect it somewhere there. How? I will have to see. So what next? Well, finding out if this one indeed still gets the signal, because last time that surprisingly was not the case. From phototransistor to voltage divider, by now skipping the voltage divider to here, to read a nice 0 or to read a 0 or a nice 1, because it's digital. The voltage divider is still connected, but actually phased out because it drops the voltage too much, as a result of which you can't read a 1, it will always be 0. So how do we test that? Well, actually by putting another probe to the input right here, switching it on, this one that is, and yep, shining brightly, and then it should work. And then it helps when I put it in the right socket. Right here. With all wires twisted so they stay together. Alright. That is one. And now I can see on the oscilloscope that the wire gives 1 indeed. This is from the chain mechatronics, and this is the output from the pot meter. So this so far works very nicely, and that means that I can go on with checking the motor, as well as trying the other things. like NTC. So let's go there. Alright, so now that has been resolved, and yeah, I can leave it on, but better to leave it off. Yep. Alright, then attention to this motor. This was originally intended as motor input, so let's put it there, considering the fact that it was with this LED. And let's take a look at this one. So we're talking about this idea: LED, switch and motor. Will this work? Let's just see. Well, right now not really. Will this one? Yeah, okay. Oh, that's now something weird again, because when I press this switch, this LED won't. Yeah, okay, so I'm too impatient. Happens before. But if you've watched the previous videos, you will notice that these LEDs would dim when the motor was attached. No longer the case. So why will that be? But the motor doesn't work anyway right now. Not even a glimpse of activity. Nope. It may be just too much, and I know the motor works. That goes without saying. So what else to do? Well, let's check for a moment where it comes from. Comes from port 4. And here it comes from port 4. Or does it? Let's take a look here. Analog out 4. Replaced for 3. Yeah, alright. So I'll have to check on that later. Another thing is that the NTC, this one, has to come from somewhere. It has to go to somewhere. And I have here, of course, another wire, which hasn't been attached yet for some time. But if we look at the schematics, this is the NTC right here in the left lower corner, and it is attached to A7. While A7 is now being used by this by the potmeter. So I will change it for A8, and I can do it straight away, but I don't like that. So how to fix this one? I have still wires that I can use, so what I'm going to do is just put it somewhere, and this will clutter the wires even more, so I put it here, and then I have another wire. Question is how to deal with this. And yes, where's a screwdriver when you need one? There it is. So, and let me first change this one to A8. Alright, that's saved. Now I can go back to here, to the normal image, get rid of this one, and prepare the wire for further use. And then this one has to be put right here in the same lane, and I foresee that this is giving me problems because of the thinness of the wire. But let's see how that ends up. Not like this. Okay. Disconnect the motor for a moment. One wire in and the other wire to A8, which is right here. Alright, that is one wire. Will it stay there? I have no idea. So now it goes from here to here. And now I have to program it. So here I put now new line A8 A8. Then I have to create another input here. As being A8 for input. And then, well, I can easily say, okay, this one, and I'll do that. Why did I do A7 with a delay of 2000? No, I will do that here. Delay 500. Analog in pin A7, A8 and A8. So this should read the actual value of this one, whatever it is going to be. And then it would be nice to measure an actual value, but that will be quite low, I think. So first of all, let's upload this. Alright, upload it, and let's also take a look at the serial monitor now. A8 says 6. Can I, oh wait, I have to change something with output pin 3 and 5. That is not nice and tidy. Yeah, right. That is true. Out pin 3 says low. But there's nothing printed. So I can just as well comment this one out. Serial monitor again. See, and that is some better. No, it's not. And look, out pin 3, where is it written? Oh, here it is written as well. Okay, another right. Okay, tidied. And now, wait, A8 is 0 and 62 and 81. So let's take another probe, last one. And have it connected. How? How shall I connect it? Because this is one wire in, this is where it should go in, but that is asking for trouble. If I put it there, I should have another wire where I can hook it up. Okay, very little improvisation. So let me put this wire right here. And a probe attached right here. Will this work out? This does connect, I think. And right here you see a wave, but it is way too, let's see, 2 volts, 1 volt. So now I am going to touch it, but has no influence, not really that I can say okay, that's something to notice. And then A8 says 0 and it says 37. So how can I do this? Well, originally by fischertechnik they use a lens lamp to actually heat it up. But since this lens lamp is more effective here than it was, this flashlight is more effective than a lens lamp. Let's see whatever this means. Yeah, absolutely nothing. Nothing at all. So that raises the question, how can I put it to effective use with something that actually does heat up? I really do have to think about it. And then in the meantime also this motor that I disconnected for now and which has gone completely. Oh wait, it is the plus wire that has gone completely. Or is it? This wire should be here and this wire should be in the plus. So messing with one and ruining the other isn't helping. So let me hook up this one again. That is one. This is the other. It doesn't make a dent. And why doesn't it make a dent? Because this lamp is attached to wire, let's be certain about this, to port 4, and port 4 is, and then I have to make sure that it's output 4. Which is where exactly? Two, three. Where is 4? Oh, here. 255. Oh, wait. I understand. Because a motor is best used by mapping. So I'll have to do that and see how that goes on. That's a good point. Right, so now two questions left. How do I put this motor on with this motor already working, and to read the NTC? And this is absolutely showing nothing at all, and I may do it much simpler than that. Just put a probe on it like this. Much simpler, no hassle. But back to the code. Here, this is the motor with chain. And although I do this, I haven't uploaded this yet. This should be fine. So how is this is with maximum value. What value is then going on here? Analog out pin 12 is 2. Okay, so when I now go change the pot meter, what happens? And of course I have to enable auto scroll. So I put it completely down. The motor stops. Up, and the motor goes. Once again down. What value do I get on output 12? 12. Not entirely believable. Zero. I raise it. And I get, what do I get? 1018. Up, what is up? Full input. So actually this value is best. 432, you would think. But then there's a problem because you can't do that officially. So I have to do the mapping. I've been warned about this. So although it does work, best not to. So putting this in. Copying this one, or more appropriately putting it like this, A7, and then here output motor 1. That should be better. Output motor 1 was not. What did I adjust here? Not entirely sure. Oh, this one was not declared. No. So I will have to declare integer output motor 1. Somewhere here. I think. With a capital. Then I best declare output motor 2 as well. Go. Oh. Let's see what happens. This motor now and then starts running. And I am missing some bracket somewhere. And this motor starts running somehow. Okay, some things have to be checked right now, because time is running out as well. Okay, so now what have I changed? First of all, here motor direct indication with the old code right here, and then motor via mapping with new code right here. And for some reason this motor now and then starts to work. What I also had to do was change the time base, because this didn't. This was now suddenly like how do I put it back? I can't even. Okay. Or can I? Well, it was something like this, but let me upload again. Oh, there it goes. I did once again make a small mistake somewhere. Yeah, this one. Go. So now this motor works. However, this motor doesn't yet. And granted, half a second for one thing and half a second for another is a little bit difficult. Oh no, it's 1 second and 1 second. So it's 1 second run and 1 second other run. So that may be a problem. But I'm happy that the other motor is also working now. And let me put the lamp back in place. So that is working now as well. And maybe even NTC starts to work. Although I would have to measure this line. No, I would have to measure this line. Yeah, this is input. Alright, that has to be it for now. Okay, so some new achievements, some less functioning. This works for the first time since the new software, so that's good. Then stops again. This one I'm not going to help, but it should work soon. Then suddenly all signals go quiet. Well, not all signals. And they come again. So the big delay may stop everything. That's also something that I read. Delays stop the whole of the Arduino functioning. Anyway, this still has to be improved. This is working nicely. It would be nice if this chose to work as well. Anyway, that's it. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, please subscribe to my channel. Give the video a thumbs up. Leave a comment or suggestion. You can also follow me on Twitter. Please retweet, like it, leave a comment. You can also follow me on Instagram. Please like it, leave a comment. You can support me via donation. Small amount of money via PayPal or Wire. Please see my website. And you can also become a patron and have your name mentioned as a supporter. And it will be mentioned on my website or with my videos, depending on the pledge you make. More information under this video. And that's it. To be continued. Yeah, too bad that this propeller doesn't run now. But you've seen it running. To be continued. And bye bye.